Well, that's good. That means we're not going to lift a lot of paint based on how this is going.
Ooh, I'm liking this stuff.
Follow along as we restore this $14,000 Maserati to its former glory and sell it live on Cars and Bids with no reserve. In today's episode, it's cosmetics time. I love, love, love the blue paint of the QP5. It looks amazing, but the black wheels, the black tint, the missing emblem, the dented bumper, all of this is really holding it back from looking its best. So we're gonna join the silver wheel gang. Much like the Mercy also came with darker wheels and I refinished them silver, I think this will really transform the look of the car. First though, I'm gonna start with the things I can DIY because I wanna do this on a budget and show that you don't have to spend $1 million to look $1 million. So we're gonna remove the PPF, we're gonna replace the missing emblem. I'm going to try to take off the tint. I'm gonna do a couple things myself to make it look good. And then it's off to PDR for the bumper and Elite Finish for the wheel refinish and a few other things. So follow along. Hopefully I don't screw this up too bad on my own and then we'll make it pop. Wow, that's service right there.
I'm putting a couple pounds in. I'll send you an invoice, Nick.
Sick. Send it to Doug.
That's easy. I assume the hood will be the same. You know, it looks like it was done at the same time. You can see there was like a crease in the film. They did it like here and then they flapped it over or something. I don't know.
Can you tell, does that look like it's original PPF or was that done
It
aftermarket?
looks like it was probably done later. I mean, the fact that if it was original, it would have been, you know, what, it's 11 years old now. It would probably be in worse shape in terms of having this adhesive come off. I don't know exactly what.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's leaving residue, huh?
No. Some of that's just the way you pull it. I mean, if you pull it kind of like this, you pull like a 45-degree like away, and that's just better for pulling. You don't want to pull like over like this, it will be more adhesive. It's really clear still, which is shocking. I would assume this was done later, but it wasn't super recent. It's definitely a nicer film than what was common and available at the time. It was like 3M was kind of the name of the game in 2013, and that like comes off in millimeters at this point. All the cars that I've seen, especially like this car being from Texas and seeing a lot of sun, this would have come off in like tiny little flakes, and that's not the case. So this is probably done later, but not much later. There's not really chips underneath here. Yeah, so there is one here that was touched up. That's really it so far.
Interesting. Well, that's good. That means we're not going to lift a lot of paint based on how this is going.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
I failed to get this on tape, but I was showing off after meeting Kevin how easy it was to remove PPF to Doug, Sam, and Kenan. And I was just minding my own business, pulling off the PPF. This is dramatic reenactment. Lodi-do, this is so easy. Oh, amazing. And then lo and behold, right there was the clear coat tinted a little bit blue. And it took out, as you'll see in the picture, basically a huge gash right here. So word to the wise, use heat when removing the PPF, take your time, and don't say things aloud like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Otherwise, you're gonna screw it up. The more you know. We are going to see if this wheel paint pen works. Well, I wanna get these refinished into Hyper Silver. That will take time and money, and this was 10 bucks. So it was a temporary fix until I get these done Hyper Silver. I got some of this wheel paint on Amazon. Let's just see if we can touch this up a little bit. I think that actually might look better. These are such easy things to do if you're selling a car. You still disclose it, of course. But wow, that made it disappear. I'm gonna do the other wheels. I'm just hitting it with a cleaner beforehand to make sure that it stays on right. It says to sand it, but I'd rather not. So we're just gonna deal with that, but bye-bye curb rash. Same thing here. The black wheels do not hide curb rash well, because you got the black tires, it's just like the only contrast on the wheels. This car's got 90,000 miles, the wheels were black from factory, so you're just gonna have problems. Let's try this again.
Ooh, I'm liking this stuff. This can't take more than like
5 minutes for the whole wheel too. Like the trick is just to go slow and use as little as possible. Oops, got a little down there too. All right, so the badge is removed. I'm leaving just a little adhesive to find it, but look at all that scratching. So before I put it on, I'm gonna polish this out and try to get it popping again.
Oh yeah, much better.
No swirls. So then I just left, like I said, enough there to sort of act as a guide. So here we go. New Maserati part here. Peel off. Just like a sticker.
Moment of truth, I hate doing this.
Woo! All better. All right, and we're here at Elite Finish. We're gonna try to take care of the paint defect from the PPF removal on the hood, as well as touch up a few other things. So let's go through the before, and then pretty soon, we'll do an after. The biggest thing for me is these wheels need to change, even with the touch-up. I do not like the black wheels. I know it's factory, but they were gonna look so much better on silver. And then we're gonna do new tires. There's definitely some cracking, and they're just a little bald, and I think that's why the ride quality is poor. The tint is just over the top, and I think it kind of makes the car look not as classy as it could be, so we're gonna go fishbowl status. Gonna try to pop out this dent right here, and then that's the biggie. So between all of that, I think the car is just gonna look a little cleaner, a little nicer, and present it much better when we go to sell it.
Later.
Picking the car up from getting the wheels redone, I'm so pumped with how that looks, and also the paintwork came out great. But what I'm actually really surprised about is the tires. Now, you always hear auto journalists and like, oh, the tires, it's so important. And I think that's true to an extent, but the people always saying that are like pushing the car to track at 10 out of 10 with a professional driver. Of course they can feel the difference, but for a car like this, where you're taking it to daycare and Home Depot and like boring day-to-day stuff, I really don't expect that big of a difference, right? Like, oh, maybe at the margins or when you're pushing the car, but not like going 35 miles an hour stoplight to stoplight. So wasn't expecting much from the tire upgrade. I kind of just did it because you got to remove the tires anyways to redo the wheels. So if you're already doing tire installation, you might as well. And I saw a killer deal on Tire Rack. These were 125 bucks a tire, so 500 bucks for the set of 4, then maybe another $100 on install that I would have paid anyways to have the wheels redone. So figured for that much money, it's worth it. Maybe the next buyer will appreciate that there's new tires. But wow, what a difference. It's so much softer. There's like all the road noise is gone, or at least most of it. Like it went from being like kind of a loud, aggressive car to like pretty soft and supple. It's no Lexus, it's not like a Cadillac, it doesn't float, but it feels perfectly acceptable now and like pretty good, both in terms of the road noise and just the feeling of the suspension. It almost felt like something was broke initially because it was just like so bumpy to bump. And now like I'm cool with this. This is actually a pretty comfortable daily driver. So PSA, replace your tires. If a seller says they're 90%, but they're 5 years old, first of all, those tires weren't 90%, or maybe they were 90% gone, but they needed replaced on age alone. And I think just getting like a softer, newer rubber on the car made a huge difference here. So I'm pumped with that $600 investment. Definitely good ROI in terms of my driving comfort and enjoyment. And I think it should help contribute to resale as well, knowing that there's brand new tires whenever someone goes to buy it. Good job, Sedona. Oh yeah, a little closer to the car. Good job, yeah. Wow, great job, Sedona. I'm so proud of you. You are an expert car washer. Good job, Ryder. Hold it down nice and long. All done? I love this interior. It's so cool with all the carbon fiber, but these floor mats have seen better days. Did a hole through them right there, and these like grommets don't work. So I went on eBay and for 130 bucks or so, and I had new ones made that are a perfect match here to the old ones. We'll snap them in, but new fresh carpet, so much better and keeps it OE look. And a better sense of the before and after. Not only does it not have holes, but it is much darker and the fabric just looks a lot nicer. So easy upgrade, gonna really make the interior look nice. Wow, and while installing this is where the heated seat control is on a QP5. I just thought I didn't have them because I couldn't find a button anywhere. How incredibly stupid is that? But I have heated seats. And that's a wrap on the cosmetics. This car looks so much better with the silver wheels, the detint, the paint fixed, everything all taken care of. It's a little bit more of an arduous journey than I wanted to, but I'm thrilled with the outcome. The new floor mats also classed it up a notch. So stay tuned next week or the next episode whenever it goes live. We'll do a mechanical inspection of this car. We'll get the oil changed. We'll do the air filters. We'll get a bunch sorted so that hopefully this car can withstand the big test that we're gonna be doing out in a dry lake bed, along with some other cars from the Cars and Bids crew. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll catch you later.